Hello there, I'm Boo, and I like drawing, maximizing my hours in all the Pokemon games to find Chinese. And I really love to complain about lore in World of Warcraft. Oh, ich habe überhaupt nicht aufgenommen. Cool. Hello, and welcome back to a new episode on the channel. Today we're doing something a little bit different than usual because throughout this channel's very short life, people have been always very vocal about the fact that I am vocal about things that I like and not like in this game. And even though my last video was titled I Hate Shadowlands, some took a little bit of offense to the fact that that means that I don't like many things in the Shadowlands. And that in a video that has a title like that, maybe the person making the video is not that positive towards, well, you won't believe it, the Shadowlands. However, I thought, even though one could almost say that, yet I really love this game, though I have my quarrels with it, which I think should be a normal thing if you are very invested in something, I thought today I prove once and for all to all of you that I love this game. And so today we're only going to look at stuff that I not only like about World of Warcraft, but that I love. I freaking love my weekly vault. I don't know if that comes from me usually being a shiny hunter in Pokemon, which I've been doing ever since I picked up Pokemon, which I did before I could even read. But something about like waiting and anticipating whatever is in that thing just just makes me really happy. And since I love this feature so much, we're gonna look into mine. So let's generate some loot for survival, as we often do. Bada boom, bada bang, bada bam. Okay, well, since this video is not about me being disappointed, we're gonna stop this section right now and move on to the next one. I love Blood Elves the absolute normal amount, especially the ones from the Burning Crusade, when they were still allowed to be so unapologetically wrathful and vengeful and absolutely unhinged and so flawed. I just love my flawed little babies that thought it's okay to do so many things that are absolutely not okay. And man, it's just never a bad time to start a new Blood Elf tune and just get lost in these worlds and just quest your little heart out. This button right here makes me so happy. I freaking love CupOfBoo. As a person that pretty much sucks in PvP, this is the best time for me to get all the honor that I could ever want, to get those gosh darn conquest points that I need to get my pretty transmog, and also obviously to get as many honor levels as possible so I can maybe at some point have all these nice tins for my Legion weapons. CupOfBoo, I love you. Thank you so much for existing. This absolute drama queen of a character. This smaller version of an absolute drama queen of a character. Honestly, Awaken the Machine has one of the most ballin' soundtracks in The War Within. I love the music. The music I'm talking about only starts when you actually start the encounter and when the enemies start pouring in. But once it starts, which it should any second now, and I would say, it's kind of funny how Boo made this video and every single thing they say they love is what everybody loves. That place, that dog, this ox, that mountain over there, flying as a Dracthyr, this zone, these absolute freaks, this city, world quests and Legion, this skybox, him. I love him. I love him so much. He is the reason why I even fell that hard for World of Warcraft. I love this man. The normal amount, you know? This is my favorite character without a doubt in this game. And I know, it's controversial. I know. But just trust me, okay? He's nice. This useless crown that never did anything at all. Fishing. My garrison. Oh yeah, that place. I love the barber shop. This is one of the coolest additions that we ever got in the game. The fact that you can just change your character's appearance, by now even their gender. They eased up the restrictions, what you can do in the barber shop more and more over the years, up to the point that it doesn't even cost gold anymore, which is such a big win. I love this. This is a place that I spent so much time at. It doesn't matter with which character. I will find a reason to visit this place at least once while I'm playing a character. I love this place. I also really gotta say, this is really where I fell in love with the drag there, because they have so many things to choose at the barbershop and so many little things that won't show up for other people, but they matter to me, and that is important. Keeping it strong and city-centered, the next one I want to talk about is Stormwind City. I love Stormwind City. I especially love just hanging out in the trade district, although I love all the districts, but the trade district just has this feeling that I just started to have when I started to play on Alliance side, which happened during the Cataclysm. This just gives me a good feeling to be exactly here. I also really like to just hang here and read something in the background, work in the background, and just have my character stand here and listen to the music, listen to the people around me, listen to these little noises that play in the background of World of Warcraft, especially in cities and such. It's just such a relaxing spot for me. I don't know what it is, but especially like knowing that these two mailboxes are always this close to me just makes me feel safe and makes me feel secure. And just as much as I love sitting in the trade district, I love Orgrimmar. It just always comes back to Orgrimmar, and even though I do miss my OG, this is still my favorite city in World of Warcraft. I just started on Horde side, and this will always feel like my original home to me. I will never forget all these hours upon hours upon hours upon hours that I just spent standing here chatting with people in trade chat, chatting with people from my guild, and just starting to feel really welcome in a big community. And no matter how much of that has changed over the years, just the noise of the wind blowing over the desert that is still sampled into the background of Orgrimmar, and the music, the OG Orgrimmar music that sometimes plays. I love the deserts in World of Warcraft. This town, that town, this quest hub. Oh my god, this city, this zone, that man, this city, these fish, that man. And while we're in the neighborhood, I gotta give a big shout out to, I think, my favorite classic instance of them all. The Veiling Caverns is just where really my love for instances really started. And I don't know if it's something about the fact that I got some of my very first blue item drops from this place that made me feel very special, or it's just the mystery of it all when you set foot into this instance for the first time, or just the fact that you had to go here no matter what happened. It just always gives me this feeling of stepping into my first real dungeon adventure, and I think it's just something about the music and the weird creepiness of it all that always makes me feel like, yeah, this is it, guys. We really gotta stick together to bring down the Serpent Lords, okay? We really gotta do it. This zone, this zone, this zone, this zone, this zone, this zone, and this zone. The Zangarmarsh. Man, I love the Zangarmarsh. Of all the Outland zones, and honestly, I love them all, Zangarmarsh is my favorite. I don't think there is a single zone in World of Warcraft that made me literally stop dead in my tracks and just stare for minutes and minutes when walking for the first time into this zone. I love the in-game and the book lore that this zone has. I love how deadly it is depicted. I love the vibe that it has going on, because even though it's so deadly and dangerous to even breathe in this zone, at least according to the books, it just has this serenity about itself. And I think gigantism works so well in this zone. Man, No one does it like Zangomarsh. I love these guys. These are not only some of my favorite creatures, but these are my favorite hunter pets that you can tame. Hey, don't run away! I need to film you. Yeah, you! Damn, you're looking good. Honestly, they come in so many different colors. They come in so many different variations. I love these guys. Ravagers are simply some of the coolest creatures that I ever came up with. They look so weird. They look so alien. They're simply perfect. There is nothing wrong with these guys. This dude, this Hearthstone, this is the best one of all of them. And most of them are great, but this is my absolute favorite one.
A hero. That's what you once were. You stood boldly against the shadow and purchased another dawn for the world with your life. But the evil you fought is not so easily banished. The victory you claimed, not so easily held. For now, the specter of death looms above the world yet again, and it has found new champions to bring about its final reign. Knights of darkness, wielding runes of death and destruction, bound by the will of the Lich King. This is the hour of their ascension. This is the hour of your dark rebirth.
Out of all the autohauls that Legion brought, and I pretty much love all of them, the Mage Autohaul is by far my absolute favorite. I have always loved Dalaran, the old and the new one. It's easily my favorite neutral city and is very high up with my favorite cities in general. I love the music in Dalaran, and then Blizzard was just like, hey, you want a place that's even cooler than Dalaran? I think, together with a few of the other zones that I've already shown, one of my favorite spots to just sit around, chill, listen to the music, do something in the background. This is just the best autohaul, in my opinion. I love it here. That ore, that tree, this zone, this questline, that kid, these girlies, that raid, this farm. These are the coolest swords that they ever created, the coolest one-head swords at least. I love these swords. These swords are exactly what I was looking for when it comes to lightsabers in World of Warcraft, and these just are, they hit every single mark. I love all of the versions, but obviously as a little Sith enjoyer, the red one is my favorite. That profession. This beautiful, very troubled, very problematic girly pop. The Manari customization option. Her. Him. It. These beautiful, beautiful legendary daggers. This princess. Demon hunters. Oh yeah. This animation. How can something so old still look so cool? This pet. This pet. That pet. That pet. This cat. Transmogging. I love the World of Warcraft Shadow Priest. I love the style of your casts. I love the sounds. I love the constant whispers. I love the shadow form that hardly even makes it possible to still see your character and all that shadow. I just love Shadow Priest, and when it comes to a class design and class fantasy, then this is peak World of Warcraft to me. Artifact weapons. This absolute asshole. And honestly, so much more. Well. And I think I'm gonna take this moment to end this episode right here and now. And guys, I gotta be honest. I really love this game, okay? I made this video more out of a joke than rather feeling like I need to explain and to prove to you guys that I love this game. I think if you watch my videos and if you actually like videos that are like this one, then I think you know, and you notice that I do love this game. But I gotta say, while I was recording this video, I ran into so many bugs. And I ran into so many problems and so many things that aren't working. Like just seeing that apparently the farm behind me, yeah, they kinda effed that one up. Because for some reason everyone is here. Some some even clipping into each other. Even though I haven't started yet, Jonas over there offering me the very first quest to get this farm. This reputation is not warbound yet, so I don't really know what happened here. And there were so many more things. There were things like, I didn't know that they changed CupOfBoo to, for some reason, have NPCs that have way higher gear than us. And listen, before anyone goes into the comments, it's like, oh boo, you want your CupOfBoo to be easy. Yeah, I want my CupOfBoo to be easy. I want my CupOfBoo to be something that I can grind for 12 hours without feeling sick of it. If I want to get completely mourned over by people in PvP, you know what I do? I play PvP. I don't play CupOfBoo. And the list is endless of me having a disconnect from just starting to soar from the canals in Stormwind to so many other things. It's really rough right now to love this game. And not because of all the things that I love in this game, but more of the fact that wherever you go, no matter which expansion, no matter how old or new or fresh or out of date it is, everything has issues now. Everything is filled with bugs, and it's so frustrating to just want to be and play without constantly being reminded that, yeah, I think they let a lot of people go. Ah man, honestly, tonight there is the new big announcement for like the 20th and the 30th anniversary of World of Warcraft and Warcraft. And while many people are super excited, I gotta say I am very calm about it. Because honestly, what I would wish for this game, for Blizzard as a company, is just hire back all the people that you fired, because honestly you need them. This game is falling apart at the seams, and not because of M+ that isn't balanced or because of raids that are not nerfed enough or too much nerfed. The problem is that there are bugs everywhere and you don't seem to have the manpower anymore to take care of it. I know, I just have a super small YouTube channel and no one really cares what I say, but I cannot sit here and be like, oh guys, this game is just perfect, there's nothing wrong with it. No. I will forever be loud and proud about what I think is going wrong in this game, okay? And I think game-breaking bugs or bugs that make you disconnect and lock you out of your character for hours on end, even though you just want it fixed, but even the page where you can unstuck your character is lagging, is a problem. Anyway, if you made it this far, please share in the comments what you really love about World of Warcraft. And if you agree with some of my insane takes. In any case, if you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like or a comment. It helps and I appreciate it so much. And also, if you haven't subscribed yet, maybe consider doing that as well. And, cannot wait to see you in the next video. Wonder what we're gonna do then. And until then, bye bye.